You know what's an amazing thing being the last speaker? I have to now match to the expectations of these amazing speakers. And my fellow brown speaker, were you? As you said, yep. So the high expectations here. So I can, no pressure, so I can wrap it up in 2 minutes and we can go and have a drink. Or I can make you sit in silence and make you suffer. And you go like, Krish, you're so boring, mate. We are yawning. Stop. Let's do the first thing. I'll do very quick, okay? So, as an accountant, I need to prepare myself, which I have not done, so I'm going to read it from the paper. Open with warm smile. That's what it says. When I arrived in Australia, I was full of excitement. New country, new chapter, new energy. I wasn't lost, but I was definitely unsure. Didn't know anyone, didn't know how things work, didn't know the culture, and someone said, "How you going, mate?" I go like, "By train." I literally thought, how you're going from here to here. That was me. So, what I had now is all because of people. So my story is not as powerful. I'm sure it not shed you a tear. It's just simple, normal, everyday life. Just my friends helping me at every turn of my life. A few stories I would like to share as how they shaped and they pivoted my journey. Just everyday story. My first job came from Balram, a friend of friend. I was looking for a job when I came to Australia, and he said, "Mate, there's a gig at convenience store at Sydney Central. Do you want to go there?" I said, "Yeah, sure." So I went there. I'm friend of Balram. He said, Miss Wong was the owner. I said, "You are friend of Balram. Can you start tomorrow?" And there I became the checkout boy or the trolley boy. That's where I was. And then a couple of years later, I met Santosh, another friend of mine, and he knew how much I loved driving. I still do. I mean, I drove for bloody 2 hours to come here. You all did. But I still do. So he came to Brisbane and he told me, "Mate, there's a delivery run. If you know Michelle's Patisseries." How many of you remember Michelle's Patisseries? So there is a delivery run from Kapalaba to Gold Coast run. Do you want to buy it? I was in Sydney. And I go like, "Yeah, sure." I was 22. Most of the people who were 22, they were buying cheap beer. And I had to come up with $100,000 to buy this bloody run. I don't know how we made it. And I was having my first business. Not long after that, I met Vinny, another good friend of mine. He introduced me to a gentleman called Ram Curry. Now, Ram, Curry is not C-U-R-R-Y, by the way, just Ram Curry. So he's an accountant. He owns, he does tax returns in shopping centers. So he introduced me and he called me, "Krish, all right, you did accounting, all right. Do you want to do tax returns?" I said, "Sure." And then I started doing tax returns and that changed my career. And then I went on to finish my CPA and now I'm a qualified accountant. Then came another friend, Rama. He's a very good friend of mine. So him and I, we randomly went to this random course where they were teaching us how to do screen recordings. Like you can just talk and record the screen. And I was like, "Yeah, all right, cool trick. What would this help me?" Later on, from this accounting, I want to apply for a job in IT. And I used this course and I applied for a job and I got a job. So, turn the page. So, what I've learned is every step forward in my life, like every change and every pivot, came from someone who just believed in me. That's my phone. Please switch off your phones. Oh, not my phone. I'm not taking the blind. They say I'm very responsible in my job. Everything goes wrong, I'm responsible. Sorry. So coming back, the story is all about these pivots, these changes, these simple things that friends help you, that shape your career. Now, the biggest change in my career, Paddy. Bloody Paddy. It's being recorded, right? I'm going to send this. You bloody Paddy. He came to my life and he said, Krish, let's buy an accounting firm. I go like, us? He go like, yeah, sure. I go like, yeah, sure. And then we bought an accounting firm, and there I was the business partner. A year later, I said, okay, things were settling down. He goes and says, Krish, let's go and buy a bloody one of the largest bookkeeping firms in Australia with like 12 people working in there. And I go like, I never managed any people. And he goes like, oh, you'd be all right, mate. You know, we said, she'd be all right, mate. And he goes like, oh, she'd be all right, mate. And there I became the owner of this big accounting firm with 12 people. And then all of a sudden I had to do so many other things. I had to meet clients one by one by one. That was client management. Then I had to do marketing, bloody marketing, networking marketing. You shake so many hands, you exchange so many business cards. We all know how it works. And after 3 years, nothing eventuates from there. You just come out, you go like, oh, that was draining. That was marketing. And then I had to do HR, sack people, hire people, train people. I couldn't even speak English. Even now I don't speak English. Half of you go like, what's he saying? And I had to do the training. And just when I finally thought, no more, this bloody Paddy, I'm looking at you. He goes, Krish, why don't you, me, and a few other friends go and buy more businesses in Australia? Then we went on buying a digital marketing agency, a signage company, a coffee catering business, on and on and on. Every one of them came with challenges. Every one of them came with people, teams, problems. However, there was all this opportunity. And then I was asked to run this monthly board meetings for all these CEOs of this firm. I'm a trolley boy. What do I know about business? And he goes like, the same old Aussie phrase, she'd be all right, mate. And so when I look back, I don't see a clear career path. And even today, I don't know where my career would go from here. I just see chain of people, one after the other, just helping me, pulling me a little higher, and a little higher. Balram, who gave me my first job. Santosh, who helped me my first business. Vinny, who introduced me to my first accounting job. Rama, whose crazily IT course helped me to this IT job. And Paddy, who brought me into this business. Every one of them gave me something. They trust, their time, their belief. And that's something I'll never take for granted, because the best part of success is really who you share it with. Gratitude towards friends, gratitude towards life. Thank you.